Hello everybody and welcome to the second episode of This Week in Speedcubing. Firstly, thank you for all of the kind support from the last video. I'm really excited to keep this series going because I think it could definitely go somewhere pretty cool. Right, let's get it started with some Monkey League chat. Pretty interesting week actually. The first match happened before I recorded last video, but I hadn't watched it yet so I didn't really talk about it. But it was the Tymon versus Bill match, and as expected, Tymon won 3-0, but it was really the way he got there that was really impressive. In the first set, Tymon got a 4.88 set median, which is only the fourth time a sub 5 set median's happened, and it's Tymon's second sub 5 set median in 2 matches, so that's just ridiculously impressive. So in the second set, Tymon won it 3 solves to 2, but Bill actually had a faster set median with a 5.39, whereas Tymon's was 5.42. But the luck kind of went in Tymon's favour and he ended up winning that set. Going into the last set, Tymon had a 5.15 median for the match so far. And before this match, the Monkey League record median was 5.46. So he was in a very good position to absolutely smash that. However, he got a bit unlucky with some solves, made a few mistakes, and ended up getting a few 6s and a mid-5 in the final set. He also got a bit unlucky because Bill didn't actually manage to beat any of those solves in that set, so he didn't really have a chance to recover it and still get the Monkey League record median. However, he still finished the match with a 5.47 median, so 0.01 off the MLR, Monkey League record, but it was still a crazy match to watch. I definitely recommend it. There was some really cool solves in there. And also in that match, we got to see Bill at his peak. I think this is the best performance we've seen from him in a Monkey League match, and that second set was just incredible. Anyway, on to match 2. This one was Matty versus Luke, and as expected, Matty won pretty easily. Although Luke did manage to take the first set because they were both doing awfully at the start of the match, but Matty managed to pick it up and take it with quite a convincing win. So match 3 was just epic. It was Leo versus Rohan. If you haven't seen the match yet, go and watch it right now because it was really cool. You should go do that if you haven't seen it. Right, so here are some spoilers for the match. So Rohan actually won 3-2. And we got to see the speed we would expect from him usually, judging from his WCA performance. And you know that TPS he's always doing when he's spamming moves before he starts his solves? We actually saw that kind of TPS in some of his solves. So yeah, definitely check out the match. He got a low 4, which was, I think, the YouTube world record for highest TPS, which is ridiculous. He also got a really good mid 4, and his set median was, I think, 5.61. So wow, super cool to see Rohan actually do well in these Monkey League matches. So he's going to be up against Tymon next week, and honestly, if he does this well, he might actually have a shot. As for Leo, he didn't do that badly, but he's actually kind of got a bit of an advantage going into the semi-finals because he's facing Matty instead of Tymon, which arguably is a bit easier. Right, yeah, so that was a really awesome match. Go watch it. Go watch all those crazy solves Rohan got, and I think it's now time to get on to the WCA news. So yeah, I'm going to have to start off this WCA segment with some pretty sad news. So the WCA Worlds 2021 has officially been cancelled. Not postponed, cancelled. It was expected, but it's still sad to see, and all of the organisers' hard work to put on the Euros 2020, then cancel that, put on Worlds 2021 in like July, and then have to postpone that, and then just have to cancel it all over. And they can't really take next year's major championship because that's going to be Copenhagen Euros, and they can't take the Worlds in 2023 because that's going to be in Seoul. Maybe they can take Euros in 2024 or something, but that's so long away. I'm sure these guys just want to forget it and move on. But yeah, super sad to see that happen. Hopefully Euros next year is still going to go ahead, and I still plan on going to it. But yeah, sad news, but kind of expected. I also briefly mentioned last week the new WCA COVID restrictions, and we got a post the other day from the WCA kind of outlining what these are. And I think it's a bit of a silly move by WCA, and I don't really understand what they're doing. So it would be cool to kind of have some clarity on why they decided to do it this way. So the current restrictions are as followed. If you have less than 1 case per million population in your country, you can have a competition with no restrictions. So that's what we've got in New Zealand right now. If you've got under 50 cases for a million, you can hold a competition, but you can only have 1 competitor per 4 meters squared of area in the venue. If there's between 50 and 100 cases per million population, then there has to only be 1 competitor per 6 meters squared of venue. If the country's COVID cases go above 100 per 1 million, then it will be cancelled, unless it meets the following criteria, which allows between 100 and 200 cases per 1 million. This criteria is at least 50% of the country must be fully vaccinated, all competitors must be fully vaccinated, or have had a negative COVID test within 3 days of the competition. If case numbers rise above 200 within 14 to 7 days of this competition, then it will be cancelled. Personally, I think these kind of COVID restrictions that are being enforced by the WCA are kind of silly, and I don't really understand why they've done this. Going off cases is also a bad idea, because in lots of countries like the USA and the UK with high vaccination rates, they've got quite a few cases but very, very few deaths. So the cases don't really matter because of the vaccine. It also just makes much more sense to go off local law that decides whether an event goes ahead or not. I don't really know why the WCA are putting their own rules on this. It doesn't really make much sense to me. Something Tim Reynolds brought up in a Facebook post the other day is that if a competition is cancelled because a local law says that events can't happen, then he'll likely get refunded for the venue fees. But if it was the WCA's decision to cancel the competition, then the venue wouldn't be obliged to pay back the organiser, but the organiser would still be obliged to pay back the competitors who aren't able to go to any competitions. So it could mean that organisers are paying for the venues out of their pockets. This is just going to mean organisers just aren't going to want to risk hosting competitions in the US, because if the cases spike, they're out of a lot of money. I'm sure the WCA have thought about this, but they haven't really given us much information on why they've decided to do all this, so it would be really good to have some clarity on this. So yeah, sorry for rambling on about that, but I feel quite strongly about this issue because the UK are in a position where they're having concerts and raves and everything, but they're not allowed to have competitions because of these restrictions. Obviously I'm not there, but I've got loads of friends who'd love to be at competitions right now. Anyway, onto some competitions that actually did happen. So over the weekend, Tymon had a 2-day competition. Sadly, we didn't see the WR we were hoping for, but he did get some okay results. He got a 5.79 average, and he had a really bad start, but managed to pull it back. And 5.79 is no small feat. I have no doubt in my mind that Tymon's going to get this WR average soon. He just needs to get lucky one time, and he'll smash it. He's got so many sub-WR averages in Monkey League. He gets sub-5 averages at home all the time. He's ridiculous, and Poland are doing quite well COVID-wise, so we should see him compete quite a few more times throughout the end of this year. Okay, that's it for WCA. Time for a bit of news on the Red Bull front. So the qualifiers are now officially open. They have been for the last week or so. They fixed the problem with the apps not updating and stuff like that, so you're all good to go. Every day for 10 days during these qualification periods, you can do 5 3x3 solves, or Speedcubing mix as they call it, and 3 rescramble solves. The best single time out of your 10-day period you get from those ranks you on the leaderboard. The top 16 from each event then qualify for a 1v1 head-to-head online tournament. If you manage to make it to the online qualifier via qualifying with Speedcubing, you also qualify for fastest hand in the head-to-head thing. The online qualifiers will be a knockout style bracket, which we see in the finals and the qualifiers last year. The winner of each event, so fastest hand, Speedcubing mix and rescramble, then qualify for the world finals. This qualifier is going to happen 6 times, so you've got loads of chances to do it, and the last one ends in October. So the first online head-to-head qualifier is going to be on the 14th, so I'm pretty sure they're going to be streaming it because they did last year, so that'll be pretty fun to watch. So if you've got a Rubiks connected or GoCube Edge, it's going to be worth trying to qualify, but if you don't have one and you think you've got a shot at qualifying, it might be worth buying one and trying to win one of the later qualifiers. Okay, I think that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave any feedback as always. And thank you for Tom Nelson for the awesome logo, Liam Waddock for the really cool thumbnail, and HertzGG for the background music. Actually, quick thing, do you guys like the background music? Should I switch it up at all? I don't know, give me some feedback on that. I'd love to hear it. Alright, I'll see you guys next week. And he also got unlucky because Bill didn't manage to beat any of those solves. And he also got a bit unlucky because Bill didn't manage to beat any of the He also got a bit unlucky because